Sell high on Christian Watson after catching 5 touchdowns the last 2 games? Yes, and I'll tell you why. This is a Fantasy Sports Boss. It is Fantasy Football Friday. I'm going to do the live stream at 5 o'clock, so make sure you tune in, 5 o'clock Eastern Time. Had a great fantasy cast yesterday for the Packers-Titans first half of the game, and certainly look forward to tonight's stream as well. Now, last night, I should say, Watson continued his recent explosion where he caught 2 more touchdowns against Tennessee to go with the 3 that he caught the week before against the Dallas Cowboys, which signified his true breakout. You know, the rookie wideout from North Dakota State certainly took a while to find his NFL feet. Get them under him because, you know, he was battled injuries throughout the summer and even early in the season and struggled catching the football as well. But, you know, and just like Treylon Burks, who had a good game yesterday for the Titans, he caught 7 passes. The rookie receivers, it's not always linear. You know, you don't have a Jamar Chase or a Jalen Waddle who comes out of the gate and puts up wide receiver numbers from the get-go. But, you know, sometimes it takes a little bit longer, and that appears to be the case with Watson. But a couple of things to consider, especially from last night's game. So, in terms of targets, Allen Lazard led the Packers by quite a bit. He had 11 targets, and he remains a safety valve for Aaron Rodgers. 5 catches for 57 yards as well. And if you really look at it, Lazard bested Watson, who caught 4 balls for 48 yards on 6 targets, and of course the 2 scores. Lazard beat Watson in targets, 11-6, in receptions, 5-4, and in yards, 57-48. How about this? Randall Cobb first came back. 6 targets, same as Watson. 6 catches, 2 more than Watson for 73 yards. So he bested Watson by almost 30 yards as well. And then there's Aaron Jones, 7 targets out of the backfield, beating Watson by 1, and he caught 6 balls for 20 yards. So Cobb, Lazard, and Jones all caught more passes than Lazard. Cobb and Lazard accrued more yardage, and Jones and Lazard more targets, and Cobb tied Watson in targets. So yes, the 2 touchdowns certainly inflated things, but 5 touchdowns out of his last 8 grabs is a completely unsustainable number. And now there's a lot of excitement certainly around Watson's name right now, but he still remains a work in progress. He is not a finished product by any means. Still struggles with drops from time to time. Not the best route runner. You know, he missed. He set up way too deep on a Aaron Rodgers swing pass in the first half of the game that was on Watson, not on Rodgers. So there's still things that need to be worked out. And when you have Randall Cobb back to join Lazard, and not to mention Robert Tonyan is still there, Aaron Jones out of the backfield, there's a lot of target competition for Watson. Not to mention the fact this has become quite a run-heavy team of late with Aaron Jones and with A.J. Dillon. So strike while the iron is hot. I own Watson in one of my leagues. I offered him up today in a couple of trades. I also own Allen Lazard. I'd rather keep Allen Lazard the rest of the season in this PPR league. And not saying that Watson won't outscore him in fantasy points because he does have the touchdown advantage. But I think I certainly can get more for Watson right now today than I could for Allen Lazard, in a deal. So that's why I'm offering Christian Watson around the league. I think you should do too. Just see what maybe you could get for him and sell while his value is at its peak. All right, again, hit that subscribe, hit that notification button. Tune in later, 5 o'clock live stream. I'll see you then.